Ever since they put flames on Optimus, people thought that designs of fire on things add a lot of class. Like this burning ring of fire on the new compact stainless steel flashlight from Lumintop, the Torpedo 007, which combines a missile with a spy. A classy everyday carry light with luxury all up in it. The light is constructed out of a polished stainless steel, uses an cool white XPL V5 emitter, has an orange peel reflector, and a cool tritium vial in the tail switch that glows in the dark dimly. Sorry, sometimes I don't look up how to pronounce things before I make these videos. So let's do dimensions and weight, because stainless steel is a bit heavier than aluminum because of science. Now, for comparison, here is the weight of the Nightcore tip in the 007 with a battery. I personally think my tip is just the right size and weight for a keychain. And you're like, that's weird. It comes with a non-rechargeable CR123 battery, a keychain thingy to attach to your keychain, an instruction manual, and some spare O-rings. The Torpedo 007 can take both 3-volt non-rechargeable CR123A batteries like you can find at your local Walmart, or lithium-ion rechargeable RCR123A batteries. I found using Olight RCR123A batteries increase brightness on the highest mode quite a bit over non-rechargeable CR123s. Okay, and no, 18350s won't work. It's just the diameter of the tube isn't big enough. The 007 has 4 modes. You'll see my figures and Lumintops on the screen. First is Moonlight, which is nice. Then is Low. Leave that up there for a second. Then you get Mid. Yeah, and then you get High, which I'll provide my estimates for a lithium-ion battery, which is brighter, and a non-rechargeable CR123 battery. Now, other modes I've found are about the same using both types of batteries, so it's just the high mode that's affected bigly. Now I ordered the modes from low to high for the output test section, but in real life they're slightly out of order, so let's take a look at the UI so you can see what I'm talking about. Or user interface for non-flashlight reviewer people. The 007 has an electronic switch that basically acts like a mechanical one, except you don't have the half presses. Not sure why they did that. The 007 always starts in low, not Moonlight, and has no mode memory. So press it once to turn on, boom. Then you get to low. To advanced modes, you'll need to rapidly turn the light on and off again, and it goes from low to mid to high, and then back to Moonlight, then low, then mid to high, then back to Moonlight, which doesn't make a lot of sense if you want to use Moonlight to go through all the other higher modes to get to it. Why not just not have a Moonlight or start out in Moonlight? I would like for it to have started out in Moonlight and have 100,000 subscribers by now, but we can't always get what we want. One other thing to note, if you'll be storing this light for long periods of time without using it, then make sure you remove the battery, because there is no electronic or mechanical means to lock out the light. This is something you have to remember with lights with electronic switches that you don't have to worry about with mechanical switch lights. It's best to think of lights with electronic switches as always in a low power standby mode. And sorry I don't have a multimeter precise enough to measure standby drains. How about some run times? For this I used a protected rechargeable 650 milliamp hour Olight RCR123A battery and not CR123A battery, because I didn't feel like buying batteries to test and throw away. And yes, this is the exact battery I used. First is high. It steps down 2 minutes in from about 850 lumens to somewhere over 400 lumens, and then continues on fairly constantly for about 53 minutes before shutting off. I didn't test the light with unprotected cells because I only have protected cells lying around, so use unprotected cells at your own risk. The manual doesn't state if it has low voltage protection built in. Of course, if you decide to use standard non-rechargeable CR123A batteries because you're a rich dude, then you're good. Or just use protected cells like I did, and you're also good, just not rich. Next is medium. You get nice, long, pretty steady light. Output over 100 lumens for 4 hours and 4 minutes before the light just shuts off. That's cool, right? So what'd you get for Christmas? Did you miss my videos? I've been playing a lot of Xbox lately, so Xbox One, not the original Xbox. So that's, you know, I got fallout. Okay, all right. Beam shots. We'll test it against a Lumintop pen light, an Astrolux, a Nightcore tip, a BLF A6 with short tube, an Olight S2A, and these are of course all out of order, but whatever. This is a wide range of brightness levels for lights, but the one thing in common is that they're all compact. First is a Lumintop 007. It's very bright for its size and has a cool white tint. Doesn't have a ton of throw, but whatever, you know. Now the Nightcore tip, a good keychain light, lighter keychain light. It's a bit floodier and not as bright, but since most of the modes I use daily are around 150 lumens or less, I don't need higher lumens. And my main everyday carry light is set to 150 lumens for its high mode, which is a zebra light. Anyway, it has easy to access high and moonlight on the Nightcore tip. They're shortcuts. Back to the Lumintop for a few seconds. Ooh, ah. Now the Lumintop IYP 365, which doesn't have as bright a high mode, but a much warmer tint. This is my favorite Lumintop light, by the way, because it's got good modes and a nice tint and it's compact and has a clip. Back to the Torpedo for a few seconds because flashlight science, bros. Now the tiny AAA powered Astrolux. This one isn't super bright, but it also has a nice warm tint. I like warmer tints because they remind me of light bulbs and incandescent flashlights. You're like, that's cool. You might not because you're evil, you know. Back to 007 for a second, or a few, because this is how they work in the beam shot sections. Now the BLF A6 with a short tube that makes it not much bigger than the 007, but way brighter. Plus it has a pocket clip, which would have really been nice on the Torpedo. A nice warm tint before we go back to 007. 007. Finally the S2A, which isn't quite as bright as the Torpedo, but it's still nice because of the pocket clip and shortcuts. The Torpedo is much more compact, but I like the UI of the Olight a bit more. Okay. The 007 is a quality, classy looking flashlight. It's a bit too heavy for my keychain, but you might have a different opinion. You can clip it to a lot of things if you like your Prince Albert. The addition of the tritium vial, did I say it right? I don't really care, is nice because it's a type of glow-in-the-dark thing that does not require light to maintain its glow. It supposedly is good for 15 years of glowing. I'll spell the word out for you, and I encourage you to look up tritium to see exactly what makes it glow. Or I could just tell you that tritium is a radioactive isotope of hydrogen that has since replaced radium. Yes, it has several uses like illuminating the hands of wristwatches and part of a secret government conspiracy sterilization program that will allow our new overlord to impregnate the most fertile of our women and create a new perfect race of mutant superhumans. But other than that, you're good. It's nearly a perfect everyday carry light for me, except for the user interface lack of a clip in the tent. If you like this review, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my Instagram, and what'd you think of Fallout 4? I like it so far. Oh yeah, so I'm not running some sort of scam here. Lumintop provided this light for review. Alright, thanks for watching.